Alright, this game is called Momotype. Press and start. Your neighborhood, New Ribosome City. The chains of DNA spin on your screen. They make a web of helices until the logo of the Momotype Corp appears in white font. The ad has begun. They were all the rage in the 2100s. You knew them as monotypes, your digital pocket friend. You feed them, play games with them, and watch them grow. Mom and Dad liked them because there were no cleanup. You liked them because they seemed real. With the advent of digital age, we at Momotype Corp have noticed society changing. Birth rates in this country have hit an all-time low, not seen since the plague. Soon, our workforce will be depleted and unemployed. Once this occurs, industry will fail. As you all know, this is an existential threat not only to ourselves, but most importantly, our GDP. Momotypes, our digital pocket friends, have supported this decline. We want people to have kids. This, unfortunately, cannot be accomplished through digital software. It can, however, be accomplished through our new product. Today, we are excited to announce the shipment of our new line of monotypes, the real monotypes. The digital enters the physical. Cuddle them like real pets. Play with them like real pets. Watch them grow and change. Know the joys of parenthood. Order now at no cost. Supplies limited. Place an order? Why, of course. Your order is coming sooner than expected. The Postal Service is expediting all monotypes orders. When you head to your work the next day, you find out that this is a government-sponsored program. Your manager corrals your team into a huddle. Yep, your orders has been canceled. We'll be providing work-issued ones. He explains that everyone will be receiving a monotype. Has a partnership formed between Momotype Corp? An employee asks. You're right on the money, Christine, your manager says. We have to get this country moving. And corporate wants to be that vehicle of change, he says, shaking his fist into the air. For hours you will be unpaid, but a week will pass by like nothing. Pizza parties on Friday. Your home, New Ribosome City. A dust storm, lead in the air. You're in a desert-like area. There is nothing around you besides the sound of your own thoughts. You cannot find any. A friend tomorrow is a friend for life. Supplies limited. You're awake. Remnants of the dream past fade into static. You're back into your show. You're going to watch television until you hear noise outside your door. Someone has left something on your porch. It's for you. When you open the door, there it is, a small creature laying in a basket. It's sleeping soundly. Turn it over. The monotype you ordered has arrived. It has soft skin. Its ears are pointed. They feel like beanbags upon further inspection. It's a monotype, but in physical form, as per the ad. You want to assume it's a plushie. To your surprise, however, the monotype is warm. The terms of your purchase have not been released. Keep it? Why, of course. You take the creature inside. Monotypes live for approximately 7 days. A note has been packed inside the basket. Take care of them, and they will grow. Monotypes love humans, so give them some love back. It's essential for their well-being. The note ends. There's nothing else by the way of instructions. You decide it's time for bed. A collection of particles circle around. They are diluted with a heavy substance, though you can't tell what. In your dream, the particles attempt to create form, and in doing so assemble into a storm. Inside the storm, there is no one and nothing, except your small space where it's immeasurably dark. Your vision recedes. You look from a bird's eye view into the storm, hoping to get a better look. As soon as you think you spot a person, the particles scatter. You repeat this process until finally you realize you're completely alone. The dream ends. You hear shuffling by your bed. You wake up to see what is moving. The monotype is by your feet. Hello, parent. Mamo will stay with you for the rest of your life. Do you love Mamo? Mamo already knows the answer. I love Mamo. Mamo has received this well. Your answer was never in question. After all, he is cute. A moment passes. Mamo's stomach begins grumbling. Now, what you think about it? How does Mamo manage to eat, or speak for that matter? Head to hallway. Mamo thinks you have good taste in the interior design. Very postmodern. By the way, what does postmodern mean? Mamo saw it on a book from your shelf. Truthfully, you don't know. Mamo is now humming the Imataro Carp's jingle. The Mamo herbivorous? A carnivore? You don't know yet, but he seems to like pancakes. He's now full of energy. Play with Mamo. Mamo flies into the air. They're surprisingly heavy. Keep going, parents. After 30 minutes of using Mamo like an exercise ball, you're tired. You drop him onto the floor, and while he lays there absently, you take a moment to catch your breath. This results in some confusion. Mamo seems fidgety. Parents, Mamo still wants to play. Continue, of course. You resume, chucking Mamo into the air. At some point, his head body smashes into the ceiling, and to your surprise, he is unaffected. He requests that you keep going. This process is repeated until your arms give out. Thank you, parents. Could you cook pancakes tomorrow? Mamo asks. Then he hops off. You lay crumpled on the floor. Upstairs, you can hear small thuds in the hallway. They eventually lead to your bedroom, and soon enough, the noise stops. Mamo looks like a plush doll. He lays like a pile of goo. You've decided to pet him, but to your surprise, his body is taut. Underneath is a muscle-bound creature. Go to bed. In the theater of Mamo's mind, there is nothing. The only thing that can be made out of the appearance of a person. Mamo is dreaming about someone, and it's most likely you. You're back in the desert, still in bird's eye view. The particles have ceased to move. You know that you've been waiting a long time, longer than you've waited in real life. You want something to happen. You know this is a dream, but the particles, your buoyed vision, the endless wait, years could pass without contradiction. For now, this is everything. As you've been waiting, the particles have started moving. They scatter like dust, above you, even higher than where you currently are. It starts raining to an innumerable degree. You ascend. You are now in the clouds. The rain is below you. You are looking down from even higher position. Finally, and without your own observation, the particles begin assembling. They seem to be forming something definite. You don't notice the figure below you until you see a hand waving. It's a new day. Head to the hallway. Mamo heard that this country's GDP is on the fritz. Soon, nobody will be making babies anymore. Banks will go under. Food will be short. Mass suicides all around. Will Mama be there for it? No. Mama has a bunker out in the southwest, Ribo City. Very safe, well stocked. How does Mama know so much about the world? Intuition. Does Mama know where the bunker is? No. And he does not like revealing such details. Parent, can Mama ask you a question? What is GDP? Mama pauses. Mama does not know what a bunker is. To tell you the truth, it is a type of pancake. Head to the kitchen. Mama has not yet decided what to eat. You want him to try new foods. Artichoke, steak, or cigarette? I gotta go with the cigarette there. Mama does not smoke from the cigarette, but instead eats the tobacco. From what Imitado Corp mentioned, monotypes are biodegradable. This comment didn't initially make sense, and even now, as Mamo eats through a 12-pack, it still does not. Life with Mamo is relatively simple. They are a crude mix between a child and a virtual pet. Concerning this, you don't have any particular feelings. However, this does make it difficult when asked questions concerning Mamo's identity. Is Mamo human, he asks? No. If I'm not human, then why does parent take care of me? Because you should care for all living things, wouldn't you agree? Because it's mutually beneficial. You get food in a room, I get a pet. Is this everything? Is Mamo a pet? Of course you're a pet. Mamo has ceased asking questions. You can feel they were hurt by your answer. Today you decided to show Mamo the world, through your television, a reflection of the real world. You place Mamo onto the couch where they can browse a selection of different shows. Mamo does not know what television is, however, you turn on your cable box. Which program should you tune into? Planet Hippo, Dragon Sphere, a new sheriff in town. I ain't having a swig of this. A mustachioed man fitted with a cowboy hat spits on the ground. Tastes like my mother's burnt boots. The bartender hides his frustration. Just give me that whiskey. Suddenly the door opens. From the sunlight emerges a shadowy figure. It looks to be a man in his early 40s, tan with the multiple scars. Sheriff Dudley, snake in the bush, sin incarnate. His hand waves in a grand gesture. How many holes could I press into that suit of yours before you bleed? The tan man pulls out his revolver, and Lord did he know, despite all of my guilts and sorrows, iron cuts deep. You will know what it means. Bottle to the right. Yeah, there. Sheriff Dudley flicks his wrist into the whiskey bottle in the corner. The bartender does not move. We'll get a move on. When nothing happens, Sheriff Dudley slaps his finger on the table. Dudley, the tan man says, the devil welcomes a new man into his hearth. You will pay for your crimes against me. Dudley stares down, then sucks his teeth. The tan man cocked his gun. Well, dog, the sheriff does not move. Gonna get up? Or are you gonna cock with no bail? The whistle of a bullet is preceded by the hole appearing in the tan man's head. The words do not exit his mouth, and his face drops its expression. He falls onto the floor. Language there, partner. Sheriff Dudley turns to the bartender, a grimace on his face. How many times I gotta ask? Which program should he turn into? Dragon Sphere. You'll pay for this, Freemza. On my life, I swear to destroy you. This ends now. A man with rippling muscles stands on the screen. He looks like he's just squatting, like he's using the toilet. In actuality, he's powering up. Super angry. That's the stuff of legends, Artichoke. Of all people, blast it all, yells Vegeta to no one in particular. Artichoke, the other man yelling, has been in one position for the past 15 minutes. Rocks levitate, thunderstorms form, and lava erupts from the ground. In the meantime, Freemza, who is awestruck, stares at his rippling muscles. This continues on for another 20 minutes. And this time, Artichoke and Freemza only manage to grunt at each other. At the 40th minute mark, Artichoke finally releases his energy, and his hair turns blonde. His muscles are bigger now. Freemza, from what you can tell, is in awe of his bulging chest. There's silence until Artichoke breaks it by speaking. He says but one thing. Now I'm really angry. Freemza blushes. The episode ends. Which program should you tune into next? Planet Hippo. Look at the size of this one, mate. A man with an accent is pointing at a hippo. Oi, what a little lady we got here. Along with his camera crew, the presenter is hiding in a bush. He wears a pair of binoculars and a khaki shorts. Oh, Bertha put a couple of hundred. Oh, but she's ripe. Gorgeous. He licks his lips. The presenter then exits the shade of the bush. It runs to the sandy bank where the hippo lies. Come here, both of you, sly gal. He enters the water, lifting his legs as fast as he can go. The mother hippo stares the man down, nostrils above water. Why does he run? Mama asks. For footage of the hippo, you respond. Mama takes a moment. What does he want to do with the hippo? The man on the screen grabs the hippo, subsequently is flung into the air. He's then pulled down under. He does not resurface. Between the two of you, there's a long pause. Finally, you speak up. Yeah, I don't really like him either. You decide to change the channels. After watching TV, you decide it's time for bed. Mamo hobbles up to the stairs. You cook something for yourself, then call it a night. Mamo sleeps soundly. In the theater of Mamo's mind, they are sheriff. For Mamo, their vision has collapsed on his image. It is all they are currently dreaming of. In your dream, the particles have formed a shadow. From your heights, you believe in the shadow to be your own. It is the overcast. There is no available light. A question arises and presents a contradiction. How could a shadow exist if there's no light? You already know why. You descend to the earth. The shadow mimics your movements. It rises up. It is not a shadow. It is a face-to-face to you now. When you move your right arm, it moves its right arm. When you move your left, it does the same. This dark formation mimics your every move. You find it unnerving. You decide to dig into the earth. You want it to hide until it goes away. As you descend, the shadow rises into the air and becomes the object projecting its figure onto the earth. You realize that you are the shadow, and the dark formation, by contrast, has become you. You have switched positions. You feel a tinge of regret. Mama has woken up excited. Could we try something new? He asks. Mama has the hat of Sheriff Dudley. It's a lost item from your childhood days. Regretfully, you still kept it. Ignore Momo. Or play along. Put your hands up, Sheriff Dudley. I ain't got no time for games, you say? You have a plastic toy pistol aimed at Momo. I've been in and out of county cause of you, Sheriff. You sneer. God can reserve his judgment for when I hand it down to you. Momo blushes. The hat is tilted, and the mustache large. My son. I'm just trying to have a drink, Momo, still blushing. Momo makes a whooshing noise. You look down to see a hole in your chest. You fall to the ground. You've been shot by Momo's trigger finger. Almost had me there. Glad that's settled. That whiskey ain't got no pour itself. On the rocks, please. After a few hours of play, you pat Momo on the head. He enjoys this. Go to bed. It is the dream. The shadow stays in the air. You stay in the ground. A white sphere has opened up from the storm. It looks upon the both of you. Would you like to get out, friend? To this, you can't respond, as you do not have a mouth. You don't have arms either. You, in the air. Would you like to get out? The shadow still floating in the air, does not give a response. In this entropic storm, it would be hard to make out the sphere's words. However, they are clear. Light comes from the sphere as a dark center. A moment of clarity arrives, and you realize the sphere is the sun. Would you like to get out? The sun asks. Congratulations, Momo has evolved. They have grown a snake tail. Momo has been staring at the mirror since morning. They have not left. Why have I grown a tail? They shuffle in the mirror. Why do I look like this? They turn around in the mirror. Why does my face look like this? I shouldn't look like a snake. Why is this happening? Where are my hands? Where are my fingers? What happened, parent? To take Momo's mind off his recent transformation, you've decided to play some television for him. Sheriff Dudley, I can't live without you. A woman dressed in late 1800s attire is pulling on a man's blazer. I know, Snookums, but duty calls for a simple man. And Lord knows that I am a simple man, a servant to his law. Oh, Andrew, what will I be without you? The fire in my soul, the light of my life, it will fade if you leave. The TV cuts off. An ad is playing. A friend tomorrow is a friend for life. Order a Momotype today. The digital meets the physical, the most real organic creation of Momotype Corp, almost like a human child. Momo has been staring at the screen. They have not moved, whether by intention or not. You realize your mistake before it's too late. Supplies are limited. Get your very own friend today, genetically bred to love humans, like a real child. The shot cuts to an eerily similar image of a Momotype. Isn't that right, Momo? Come by the bunker, Momo. You will be safe. The TV ad ends, and the previous programming continues. You want to go to bed, Momo? You ask meekly. There is no response. Momo does not want to give you courtesy of one, or at least, that's what seems to be the case. Bed? You ask another time. When no response comes, you inevitably head back to your room. Momo knows where to go, you think. In the theater of Momo's mind, he has seen his brothers and sisters. The sky is bright in your dream. A cold chill has found itself in the air, and wherever you are, you feel it. Would you like to get out? The sun asks. You're not on the earth anymore. You're standing upright, face to face with your shadow. They've descended. Would you like to get out? The sun asks once more. The shadow then speaks. Yes, I would like to get out. You are puzzled. When you move your hands, the shadow moves his. When you move, he mirrors you. Was the shadow yourself since the beginning? No, you think. Before you can realize the shadow's true nature, they have already moved into the far recesses of some other place. They have moved on, and yet you're still here. In the far corners of a dream, particles have been collecting together. Momo is not in bed. You cannot find him. He is not in the hallway. You find Momo in front of the mirror. He is staring at himself. I thought you were a parent. If not parent, then a human who loved me. You are neither. This is fake. Will I grow up, parents? Or am I just a pet to be discarded after serving my purpose? I will never grow up, parents, will I? You can hear pain in Momo's voice. You think this is all right, he asks, to give me such a cruel life? You're about to speak, but you're cut off. I am nothing. A pale imitation, a freak, a process of ideas. This is not funny, Momo looks to you. Everything I will or ever be is centered around you. You are my one love, parents. I am, after all, your child. Momo's mind is ablaze. They are staring into you. You are the most beautiful thing I have ever seen. And to make it even worse, you're entirely real. I can never come close to you. I'm not even real. Momo inhales. Please no, he pauses. I love you so much it hurts my insides. I want to tear out everything in me so I can be at your side. I want to love you forever. I've never told you this, parents. Is it even possible? Momo gives his final words. No, it isn't. I only know one thing. You are not human. You are Freemza, the Tan Man, the Hippo Man, evil, less than human, nothing. Momo hops away, his body jiggles with each step. Momo is nowhere to be found. For the rest of the day you head for bed, unable to fall asleep. You are anxious for the new day. In Momo's dreams, they are a snake. With the absence of his shadow, the sun has since disappeared. Time has continued to pass. It was a trick of the mind, you hear someone say. You know what we'll find in the storm? I'm already you, friend. You're already me. The voice continues. From the horizon, there appears the sun once more. I'm already you. It gets even brighter now. You're already me. Standing in the bleached center of this desert is a lone body. It is you. You look behind to see your shadow being cast by the sun. It has returned, and not by their own choice. Do you want me to get out? The voice ends. The shadow stays behind you. It will not move by itself anymore. Wake up, parents. What is Momo, anyways? A pancake? A bunkers? Is Momo an idea? Momo's body is taut. In the depths of their eyes, you see a tunnel. Will you love me? Momo asks. Run. You run to the hallway. It is empty. The light from the streets reflects into the space, though you cannot see well. You make out what is behind you. You don't actually love you. Huh? What's that? You don't love me? Why? Don't you love me? I am everything you could ever ask for and more. I am made for you, developed for you. What more do you need? The creature looks at you from a towering height. I wish I had no eyes so I could actually never seen you. I love you so much. Does it just continue? You've entered your living room. The creature has chased after you. If only I was born in a different body. I'm an abomination, a deviant. You're everything I ever wished to be. Please love me. I read the tag in my basket. I only live for 7 days, right? Is this true, parents? But I don't want to die. You make me vomit. No human could be this cruel to raise me as his plaything. I reject it. So I am designed to love you. I love myself. I am human. You are the creature. A disgusting parasite, a worm. Do you like being stomped? You worm? I know you'll like it. This time, it won't be fake. Run to the kitchen. Momo reaches for your neck. Ah! Know that I still love you. How could I not? You're blackening out. Was I designed to love you, parents? Even so, doesn't matter. This is the most real thing to me. Please answer me. Parents. Parents. Parent. A dust storm. Lead in the air. You're in a desert-like area. There is nothing around you beside the sound of your thoughts. You cannot find anyone. It is very lonely. You decide to craft a mirror. It is made out of the particles circling the air. In the mirror, you see your reflection. Your swarthy figure walks out of the mirror. The borders between the glass and the desert have vanished. Your reflection is now in front of you, and you are both standing together. Your clone stares at you, puzzled. You cannot tell if they are conscious. Are they even alive? Unbeknownst to you, however, the clone is having the same thoughts. The vast terrain that separates you is not one of the physical distance, it's something more tragic. You both realize that you will never experience anything other than yourselves. You realize that you are your own world, and nothing more. The shadow vanishes. The desert, despite all of your attempts, is empty. Parents, you are conscious. I can't see anything. There's nothing in front of me. Where am I, parents? There is a long pause. You cannot say a word as your throat's been crushed. All around you, there is darkness. The lights from the streets illuminate everything into a vague shapes, but nothing you can truly make out. You hear the sound of your heart beating. In the stark room, the air sits heavy. I can't see myself, parents. I can't. Where am I? And where are you? I had one more thing to ask. All you can see are vague shadows crossing your line of sight. One of the shadows is Momo. They are large and warm. Your leg grazes its body, and to your surprise, he is soft. Can we be friends, parents? Pretty please? Pretty please? Pretty please? That makes the most sense, parents. For once, I agree. Mama takes one more look at himself. If my nature has determined that I am meant to love you, then there is only way I will make a choice against my nature, one that is not predetermined. You are a parent. This is my own fact. Bye, parents. I'll see you later. Mamo has jumped onto the city streets. They have hit the ground with a tremendous thud. You think you see Mamo's shadow, but in fact, a pool of blood has begun to form. There are no lights to illuminate Mamo's form. They are pitch black. From what you can assume, Mamo has died. 2-for-1 sale. Call right now for your Momotype today. Your TV has been turned on. The glow from behind draws you closer. Do you love Momo? It is Momo's voice. This is not just an ad. No. Would you like to stay Momo's parents? Because Momo will love you till the end of time. You hear sirens in the distance amid the words you are now hearing. Is it real to you? Could you still be my parents? Trick question. None of that matters. I can't tell you how relieved I feel. You cannot reply. Your throat does not work. Will it ever matter to you? Momo is on the screen. It's the Momo you have taken care of. But they are on your digital display. Confusion hits you. How are you here, you ask? Did Momo ever tell you this, parents? Momo will be everywhere. In the meantime, would you like a fact about what you're seeing? Momo leans in closer. In your wiring, in your dreams, inside of you, everywhere, you cannot stop to think as you stare at the screen. It's okay, parents. Is pretending faking anyways? You're about to give your answer, but pretending can be very real, more real than real. Momo is excited. You're Momo's pet now. The monotype on the screen has just begun humming the Imitato Corp jingle. The light has escaped from the television. You are alone in the middle of your living room. You hear static. All around you are shadows. The end.